Hello once again, everyone. Today I'm taking the G.I Joe Classified Series number 114, Big Boa. And this is an older figure using the older style of packaging, which I do like a lot. I miss this one. The new one's not bad, but I like the boxes were bigger. They felt a little nicer. But it's just, we're moving on now. It's fine. Looking at the packaging, though, you can see Big Boa on the inside here with all of his accessories, his dumbbells, his helmet, his boxing gloves, everything. He looks really good. Some really nice artwork right here on the side of Big Boa. QR code that you can scan, which leads to nowhere, which will never not infuriate me. Why even put it here? It's just a complete waste of space. And it makes you think there's something cool there, which there isn't. Looking at the little details, though, he has 5 stars, likes punching, likes weights, and is seemingly picking up a tiny little man. Could be wrong, though. Cobra logo there. On the back here, just a product render of him in a cage, which is very fitting for Big Boa. Probably a 6-sided cage, MMA cage. You can see some, again, renders of the gloves, of his helmet and everything on there. Legalese, don't put it in your mouth. On the side here, really nice full shot of Big Boa, 114, everything. Really, really nice. But let's get it open. And here we have Big Boa out of the packaging. Not on the Smitty base, because I can't find it. Because I am filming this a while after I filmed the intro, because I moved rooms. So if the audio sounds weird, or anything about this review feels off, that's why I just moved in here. So I have to set up my soundproofing and everything again. But looking at Big Boa, I've missed doing this. It's been a while since I had a chance to film anything like this, like a figure review. I've missed doing it. I can't wait to get back into it. So looking at Big Boa, like I said here, this is a really good figure for a very weird character. Big Boa was originally designed to be the enemy of the Rocky Balboa figure that was going to be released in the 80s toy line. That was canceled because I believe it had something to do with the Rambo cartoon series that was airing at the same time, which had a competing toy line that used the likeness of Sylvester Stallone, and as such, they could not use the likeness of Sylvester Stallone for the G.I. Joe figure. However, what is very cool is that on the screen here, there should be the file card for the Rocky figure, as well as the very rough mold that they made for the figure. So he was supposed to be the enemy going against Big Boa, and I thought that was cool. I like that a lot. Now, what they did for in the current line here is, I'm guessing what they did was they recently released the Sergeant Slaughter figure, which I've done a review for, which has the boxing gloves. So I presume this is what it's meant to be, put these two, have them square off together. That'd be fun. But this figure itself is really cool. I like this figure. It's very simple. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just a dude with blue pants, boxing gloves, and a big dumb helmet. It looks like a Mad Max character. But I think that works really well for Cobra, specifically this era of Cobra. This is obviously based on the later line of G.I. Joe figures where they kind of went a little more goofy with it. They had Crystal Ball, they had Raptor, characters like that. Characters who are now actually in the G.I. Joe Classified line. Crystal Ball was just announced at New York Comic Con, which I should be making a video for here soon. And Raptor has recently been out, and there are probably multiple reviews for it. You can find it now. I don't have one, but you can probably find multiple reviews for those on the internet. The figure is really cool. I just want to look at it real quick. I like the head sculpt here for this helmet. He has an alternate head, which we'll look at later. I like the kind of rebreather apparatus, the one big visor. He kind of looks like a Transformer character almost, with like the visor and the rebreather and everything. It's like the color is it's an off-white, kind of a milky white with a bit of tan on it. I would have preferred a straight white or maybe a silver or a reflective material like they did for the Cobra Commander. But I get why not. It doesn't really need it. I just think it would look nicer. The boxing gloves have a really nice Cobra logo on the backs of them. And on the inside here, you can actually see the white cloth on the inside of the gloves that are painted on there as well. The ones that Sergeant Slaughter came with were just straight blue. They didn't have any of that, which I think is nice. It looks nicer here. There's a nice, like I said, Mad Max style chest rig, very He-Man-esque. This does feel like a He-Man character to me. This feels like a guy whose name would be Boxo Fisto or something, something stupid like that. But I like the look nonetheless. He's got this nice belt here, which is just like a rope or something that goes around the waist. There's, of course, a crotch piece because, boxing, you want to protect that area. Low blows happen all the time. The nice blue, work pants. And I really like the proper boxing laced up black boots with a little bit of red on the sides there. It looks really nice. This is a really, like I said, very simple figure. There's not a lot to it, but I think what it lacks in, I guess, accessories, it makes up for in just kind of pure charm. It's such a goofy character. Like, you look at it face on, you're like, what am I looking at here? But it's so fun in the universe, and you read the file card, and he's insane. Like, he's a completely deranged nut job, like most people from Cobra are. If you've read the G.I Joe Cobra miniseries, where he interacts with Chuckles a lot, that's really fun. I like that a lot. I like the relationship that they have. He's a really fun character in as much as he's a complete moron. But as for articulation, it's very much the standard. We've seen this body piece a number of times. It's on characters like Gung Ho or Sergeant Slaughter. It's a very simple body. Head can look up that far. Pop back to the layer. Head can look up that far. Can look down that far. Nice range of motion there. There's a ball joint here at the neck, but you really can't do anything with it. There are shoulder butterfly joints. I forgot what that was called. I completely blanked. It's been a while since I've done the video. Butterfly joints can go that far back, that far forward. There's a full 360 at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep. There are double jointed pinless elbows, which are very nice, can go that far. The hands are an up and down hinge like so. Drop down hips, of course. There is a ab crunch, can go down that far. Look up that far. There's a ball joint at the waist, so you get like a nice range of motion. I wouldn't stress it too far because I always feel like it's going to pop off. If you get twisted too much, it's going to pop. But you can, like I said, drop down hips there. Swivel at the upper thigh. Double jointed pinless knees, which are very tight on mine. He can't kick his own butt. He can get pretty close though. There's an up and down on the foot. We just lock it down there again. Swivel at the calf. This one on the right here for me is very, very loose. It can go up and down like really easily. This one's a bit tighter. As you can see, it's a little bit hard. You may even hear the crunch there. But yeah, side to side. So yeah, very much standard G.I Joe articulation. Now looking at the alternate accessories here, you can see I've swapped the head and the hands around for Big Boa to be the ones that you can take the helmet off and the gloves off. I really like this. You have the unmasked head, which kind of looks like Sylvester Stallone, but he's very much beat up. He's missing teeth. Light just went out. Sorry about that, technical difficulties, but we are back looking at the accessories and this version of Big Boa. I really like the way he looks with the gloves on. The wraps, rather, these wraps here, they look really nice. I like the blood stained onto them, a nice dark red, implying that these are this is not fresh blood, this is dried blood, meaning that he probably doesn't change his wraps because he's a complete friggin' nut job. But yeah, looking at the rest of the accessories here, the dumbbells that he comes with are the same ones that Sergeant Slaughter had, except these ones actually are unpainted, so they're worse. But yeah, these are the gloves the dumbbells that he came with. They're both 90 pounds. I like the fact that we have a bunch of these now. I would like it if going forward, maybe they would release other ones of these, just because I think it'd be fun to have like 10 pound, 20 pound, 30 pound, 100 pound, whatever. I would like to have weights like that. Like a full dumbbell set. I'm just imagining things you could do to make like the G.I Joe pit or something like that, just the whole base. But we can take the gloves here and get a little bit of a closer look at them if we want here. We've the same ones that we saw earlier, nothing different about them, but I like that they have these little wraps, so that way when they go around the wrist, it actually molds it into the piece, as opposed to having it just kind of sit there and, not look right. But yeah, these are the accessories that come with Big Boa. He's got his helmet here, which is nice because you can just have him hold the helmet if you want. I don't think I'm ever going to have him with the helmet off, simply because his face looks a little stupid. And the helmet is just a better look in my opinion. But yeah, those are the accessories that come with Big Boa. So as for size comparison, we're going to start off here with the G.I. Joe Classified series, the retro carded Scarlet, because most of my classified figures are in a box. Because again, like I said earlier, I just moved rooms, so most of my stuff is packed up. But I do have Scarlet here, and even though she is currently standing on one of the classified figure stands, he is so much taller than her. He's like a full head over her, which is terrifying. He's a huge, huge man. He's intimidating, and I like that a lot. I like that design a lot. And here we have, in my opinion, still the best figure they've released yet, the retro carded Cobra Commander. He is perfect. I love looking at him. I don't know. It just makes me happy just seeing him. I don't know. Something about it's just nice. But he looks really, really good next to Big Boa. It's perfect. I love seeing them side by side. It's great. Just the cartoonish nature of it really just pops out like crazy, and I think it's really, really good. Now I don't have any more figures not in box right now, but I do have a Cobra Ferret and a Cobra Driver. So there you go. Even even though she's on the ferret, he's still almost as tall as her. So that is frightening. He could probably lift this ferret. I would not be shocked if he could pick it up. But yeah, there he is next to the ferret. So like I said, this mini base is packed up somewhere. I gotta find it. But here he is just sitting on a chair with this curling weight. And I think it looks really fun. It's a nice visual. This figure's really good. I really like this figure. I like Cobra characters that are goofy and weird in nature, just strange. So Big Boa is a fantastic addition to this. He's a boxing instructor who just works for Cobra because he's insane. And I really, really like that. I like that. I like Cristobal, Raptor, all these weird freaks. And I really hope I can get a hold of that Raptor at some point. I think it's still in stock. I'm not sure. But I would like to get that Raptor, do a review for that one at some point. My Dragonfly should be here in the coming month or so, and I keep talking about it, but I can't wait. I've been waiting for it for so long. It got delayed, and it killed me, but I can't wait to get a hold of it. I can't wait. I'm gonna do a lot for that, so stick around for that. Some of you might be here from my most recent Power Rangers video that I made. Got a lot of views. I don't really even know why. For the first like 2 or 3 days, it was at like 16 views, and then boom, skyrocket up to 1,000 now. So if you're from that, hi, this is what I do normally. I should have a video up here relatively soon talking about all the stuff that happened at New York Comic Con. I would like to do that. And if there's anything else we want to talk about, I can do that as well. I have no problem talking about Power Rangers. It's just usually there's not much to talk about. So yeah, that is all I have to say right now. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, everything to get done for me to keep these videos that I love to make. And I will see you next time. I get to see Yo Joe this time. So Yo Joe.